Two more fragrances I've been anticipating, and I finally have them in my hands. Two from the house of Narciso Rodriguez. We've got for him Vetiver Musc, this one right here, and we've got for her Musc Nude. Are you a fan of this house? I don't speak too much about this house. They're not readily available near where I live, but I'm so happy to be able to get it. In fact, I think Italians love this house because there's a whole department at the Rinascente here in Milan where I bought these. I'm going to tell you about these two on camera. First impressions all coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. We're talking about the latest men's and women's fragrances from the house of Narciso Rodriguez. This first one is for him Musc or Vetiver Musc, this one right here. And then we've got Musc Nude for her as well. First, we're going to talk about the male fragrance because obviously I buy mostly men's fragrances, but I'm really interested in digging into the for her series of fragrances because I know the original one or ones were done by Francis Kurkdjian, and I've got a vintage bottle. Finally, I found one from many years ago that I should probably pull out. But the whole series is still selling, but unfortunately the men's original series for him is discontinued. Now they have the Blue Noir series for men, and this new one, the Vetiver Musc series, is completely different. So as I reported back on the, as you can see right there, the Bulgari Man in Black Parfum, that was way overpriced. If you haven't caught that video, please go catch it. It was 190 euros for that. I did get 10% off of that and these two fragrances. So, but these two are not as expensive. Well, the women's is quite pricey, but the men's, since it's an eau de toilette, is not as expensive. But I got these because of the smells, and I'm a fan of this line, and I'm curious to dig into the feminine collection of fragrances further. So let's talk about for him Vetiver Musc. But do let me know if you're a fan of this house and if you're a fan of the fragrances for men from this house, the For Him series. Remember, the Blue Noir series has 3, 4, maybe 5. The Parfum is my favorite from that series, but the original two, created by Francis Kurkdjian, were so good. It was an eau de toilette version and an eau de parfum. Maybe there was a musk version, but those are gone. If you can get them, get them. But the Blue Noir series, the Parfum is fantastic, which is taking the original Blue Noir and adding like a Dior kind of a DNA in there, which is super fantastic. But this Vetiver Musc is really, really great. Sounds great. I tested it out really quickly at the Rinascente, but we're gonna go ahead and test it out further here on camera. So this is the box right here. They've gone into this kind of green series, but this is 114 euros here in Europe. Again, I got 10% off on it, so I saved about 11 to 12 euros on this, and it features notes of Cypress, Nutmeg, Cardamom, Musk, Bourbon Geranium, Red Seaweed, Vetiver, Lavender, Cedarwood, and Patchouli. And one last thing, Narciso Rodriguez for him Vetiver Musc is created by Mathilde Bijaoui. Are you guys familiar with this perfumer? Let me know, put a comment down below. She's done a few fragrances that I'm familiar with. For example, Frustration by Eta Libre d'Orange and Panettone. I think she did Panettone for the house of Milano Fragranza. But let's go ahead and test this out. I'm not going to do full wearing until after we test it here on camera because I was mostly testing the Bulgari Man in Black Parfum. What a disappointing fragrance that is. If you haven't watched that video, yeah, it was quite disappointing. For a Parfum concentration fragrance, acting like an eau de toilette is quite disappointing. But here's the bottle. I like this kind of bottle. What do you call this particular green? It's not olive green, it's kind of a gray green. But what do you guys think? Similar looking bottle as to the other Narciso Rodriguez men's fragrances. It's very dry and aromatic for sure. This geranium is standing out quite a bit here on me against the Vetiver and the musk. It's super, super clean, and I'm a fan of musks. I love musks, if you guys didn't know that already. And that's why I'm interested in digging into the feminine collection, because there's a lot of musks there. But I could see this being somebody's signature fragrance. It's not necessarily overwhelming in any kind of way. But I like the aromatics. I'm getting a little lavender, but more geranium. Lots of the vetiver. There's also something clean in there, like soapy. So it's a clean musk. I love it. Actually love the smell. And this is an eau de toilette. It's most likely going to perform like an eau de toilette. And it could be like an everyday scent for someone that's looking for something clean and crisp. And also, you know, like a little spicy with its aromatic touches and things like that. Let's spritz it on and give you my thoughts on me as well. Quite a bit of sprays there. On skin, Cypress definitely shines. Are you guys into the idea of Cypress? But see, the Cypress has already this kind of like green aromatic touches. And so I'm experiencing the notes break down a lot further. There's some warmth from the nutmeg, and then the geranium is also still kind of heating up on skin. But I think this is quite pleasant. A really, really pleasant fragrance for this. I think this is maybe the start of a new collection for the guys, Vetiver Musc. Maybe we'll do a bunch of different Vetiver Musc series. I have been a bit bored of vetiver, I should say. And so this is kind of exciting to add that kind of musk layer, making the vetiver kind of less vetiver root-like. It's kind of earthy, damp kind of qualities are gone, blended with the aromatics and spices and the musk. That's really pleasant, really quite nice. I think I could see somebody wearing this as a signature scent. It's an everyday kind of scent, could be a dumb reach scent. There's not a lot of afterthought you have to put into it. It won't overwhelm. It smells pleasant. It could be a great work day fragrance. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. We're not breaking any new ground or anything, I should say, but quite pleasant the way it's done. So that is For Him Vetiver Musc by the House of Narciso Rodriguez. Let's see what they do with the collection. I'm sure they're going to come out with a flanker in a year, the Parfum or an Eau de Parfum or whatever. But yeah, this satisfy. Unlike the Bulgari Man in Black Parfum, where I paid almost 200 for and it acts like an Eau de Toilette, this I know is an Eau de Toilette and acts like an Eau de Toilette, plus smells really, really great. It's a more original fragrance rather than me knowing that fragrance already, and we're not getting anything a lot different than the original, and we're getting a weak fragrance kind of a thing. So this one definitely does satisfy me. This is Narciso Rodriguez's latest men's fragrance. I should also say the last men's fragrance in the Parfum, the Blue Noir Parfum, was created by Sonia Constant. I don't know why they went with a different perfumer. Maybe she's gotten busy, but she did create the latest women's fragrance. It's Musc Nude for the ladies, and it's the For Her. And are you a fan of this series? I know the series is huge. There's so many fragrances from this series. And I gotta get my nose and start looking at some of their collections. But what do you consider some of the best in this series for the ladies? Do put a comment down below so I can find out. Do also let me know if you've tested the For Him Vetiver Musc and what your thoughts are on it. I seem to think that the consensus is a lot more positive with that fragrance versus the I don't want to compare it to that fragrance, but as a new release, that one is a lot more disappointing as in how people are experiencing it compared to this one. But let's talk about this one. So this is a fragrance created by Sonia Constant. This retails for 150 euros. So this is quite a lot more than the men's fragrance, but then again, we're dealing with Eau de Parfum versus Eau de Toilette. Does the factoring and the price kind of work for this? Although I feel like this particular collection does seem to be a little more expensive also in compared to the men's collection. But this has notes of pink pepper, white flowers, musk, rose, orange blossom, tonka beans, cedarwood, and patchouli. So patchouli, I feel like, is in a lot of their fragrances. I think the original has that kind of rose, or is that the original? The rose and kind of patchouli combo. But this is the bottle right here. Similar to the other bottles from the collection. But let's go ahead and test it out. Again, I tested both of these at the store, but I was kind of more focused on the Bulgari Man in Black Parfum, so I didn't put too much effort into remembering the smells. Do I get something beachy here? Very interesting smell. I'm not sure about this one as much as I'm into the men's. There's a bubblegummy effect here. Bit medicinal as well. Yeah, I'm not... It smells like suntan lotion with a heavy overdose of the orange blossom note. This is quite interesting. Now, I think I can get used to this, but it's almost like a bubblegummy beach experience with orange blossom. Very, very interesting. I don't remember smelling this when I tested it out in the store, although I had tested out quite a bit, so maybe my nose was a little off. But yeah, I'm not sure about this one. What do you guys think? It's quite interesting. I don't hate it. It's a bit unusual, if that makes sense. Let's spritz some on. Actually, it smells a little better on skin, but still has that strange beachy, bubblegummy effect with the orange blossom. Yeah, I actually like it, actually, now that I think I put it on. I still prefer the men's. Not bad. Let me know your thoughts on Musc Nude for her. I kind of like that name, Musc Nude. I'm not getting much musk though, that's the thing. It's pretty beefy. It's not it's kind of not necessarily like a skin scent, because some of the fragrances, from what I remember from the Narciso Rodriguez house for the ladies, for her series, seem to be a bit on the skin scent side because they're musks. This one is jumping out quite a bit, and a lot more than the men's, and a lot more than the Men in Black Parfum. I keep going back to that. But even the eau de toilette of the Musc Vetiver was a lot more potent for me than that. No, this one I think people would be a bit rubbed wrong, but I think people would get used to it. There's a light, faint reminder of the idea of Love Don't Be Shy in this as well, because of the orange blossom. They're not identical fragrances, not at all, just kind of the idea more than reminding me of a fragrance smelling like it. But not a bad fragrance, no. Just a bit unusual, and I think this will find fans. Yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts on these two fragrances. I am going to put them to use a bit more, but this is more of a first impressions on both of these new Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. For him, Vetiver Musc, created by Mathilde Bijaoui. For her, Musc Nude, created by Sonia Constant. Two female perfumers, and both perfumers I admire. I mean, I enjoy more of Sonia Constant's work because she's done fragrances for Tom Ford and the fragrances for, you know, Tom Ford and things like that. And also, oh, wait. Something in here is reminding me of Noir Extreme. She created both. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's got this kind of beachy, that kind of orange blossom mixed with, yeah, that's what it's reminding me of. Interesting. Yeah, she created both. She created this, and of course she created Noir Extreme. So they have kind of sort of similarities. I mean, they're not identical, but that's what this is reminding me of. Kind of like this warmth with orange blossom, some ambery touches, light reminders of the beach. It's a bit gourmand. Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on these two fragrances from Narciso Rodriguez. Put a comment down below. Do let me know if you're a fan of this house. I don't really know what's going on with this house. Does Narciso Rodriguez do fashion anymore? Or is it strictly a perfume brand now? I don't see that there's fashion out there. So if you guys know, let me know. And also, why are they distributed so, like, not widely here in the States? Like, I can't go to Macy's and find these two fragrances, but here in Europe, they're all over, especially in Italy. I find Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, a lot of department stores, and they have a whole section of them. Like, everything is there. In fact, where I got these two, they had the more exclusive collection of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances as well, which I'd like to dig into, and I haven't done so. I'm a fan of this house ever since For Him, created by Francis Kurkdjian. I've been a fan, but they're not really easy to find. So everything has to be blind buys or bought in Europe. So yeah, if you're a fan of the collection, let me know, put a comment down. Let me know some of your favorite fragrances from the collection. And also, after watching this video, are you going to test these two fragrances out? If you're a woman, you're going to test out for her Musc Nude. If you're a man, Vetiver Musc, let me know. Put some comments down. And thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.